99% of companies, I think, don't have any understanding of how big first-party fraud is. So they tend not to invest in the problem because it kind of just all goes into credit losses. It all just goes into default. It goes into this big bucket of losses for the bank. But we know that if you can define the problem, the scope, and you can use a fraud technique on those credit losses, that you can actually avert those. And the reward for doing it is large, right? Because you're dealing with so much default that you can impact with first party fraud. So once you define it, you scope it, and some ways that the banks in UK did is they looked at their over limit accounts that had gone over limit by more than 25%. They said that's intentional by the customer. They were trying to go over limit. So if you kind of just look at that and carve that out as one element of first party fraud, and you size that, and maybe you add your first payment defaults and you size that, now you have a dollar amount you can work with. And then from there, you go to the finance people and you get investment for tools and technology. And you can use tools like Inscribe, like Point Predictive, any of those. There's great companies out there that you can invest in to help you solve that problem. Once you have the loss lines, you can then invest in those tools. And then the third part is the operations. And I'm a big proponent of establishing a first-party fraud team that can detect first-party fraud uniquely from third-party fraud, because first-party fraudsters are your customers. You don't want to treat them like, if you have false positives, like they're actually criminals. It's that three-step process that I would recommend.